Check, 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 check. Okay, we're good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. This is Dead Rising on the PS4. A true classic. Maybe not in its iteration on the PS4, but this was certainly groundbreaking in its time as a 360 exclusive. And let's see if this still has my old save data. It should. There's a lot to say about this game. It's a real conversation piece because there's not a lot of games that work quite like this. There are some, but not a lot. And certainly not a lot that are so well disguised. I swear I know this mall from real life. Okay, so 72-hour mode. Overtime mode. I forget how this works. I think I want this. Oh yeah. This still has, I think, one of the best openings in a game. Probably Capcom's best opening since RE2. I'm gonna say that on record. Yes, better than RE4.
Say, buddy, you mentioned something about research for a story.
That's right. Got a tip that something big's happening.
In a nowhere little town like that? They sure didn't mention anything about it on TV.
Look how crisp it looks in 1080p.
I don't make my living waiting for the TV to tell me what to cover.
Here she
Ah.
is. Willamette, Colorado.
I feel like we could all be a little louder.
53,594. Distinguishing characteristics.
Actually, the mic might be alright.
About the only thing to do in this town is kill time at the shopping mall. What was that? The army? Yeah.
It's a nice game to get
Looks like taking
the resolution upgrade because of the photography component, where you can actually get better shots of stuff in the
All right,
distance.
listen. I want to get shots of the whole town before the National Guard finishes roping it off. Take me over the main street.
I'm trying to let the intro play out with minimal talking because it's so good. But if you're tuning in, let me know how it sounds. Oh shit, I'm already in control. I gotta relearn the controls here. Okay, here we go. Zoom in, zoom out. Man, they would never make the controls those buttons nowadays. Zoom on a face button. Look how pretty it looks though in the remaster.
Whoa! What is that? Some kind of riot?
It's like a little tiny riot.
Is this what you came to take pictures of?
Sure is.
No way! And check that out! Look at all those people! What the hell's happening here?
These guys are at the bus like, where's my burrito? Where's my burrito?
I have no idea. But one thing's for sure. Whatever's going on down there, it's not business as usual this time.
Nice. It actually blurs a little if you move while trying to take the shot. This is so cool because it, like, you're free to look wherever you want, but it's also challenging you to, like, find the spectacle. And so, like, it just attaches you to the action, really. It, like, focuses you on what's going on really well, as opposed to just a canned cutscene, where it's really easy to zone out.
Holy shit! Did you see that?
There we go. And sometimes you miss stuff. But that's like that's a running theme in this game, is that it's all up to you. And this really brilliantly sets up the whole point of the game, which is that you're free to miss things. But that makes you feel more like you're there. Because that's how the world works. You can't be everywhere at once. It's not like GTA where stuff just waits around for you to quit dicking around, and then it's all like evergreen, like the mission beacons. This agonizing zombie. Or is that a human? No, that's a zombie. Oh, we got a survivor here. It's pretty great. There we go. Ah, shoot. Let me get the fall. Ah! I'm all out. Horrifying.
I want to see the center of town. Take me there.
Roger.
Hey, can you get me on the rooftop of that mall?
You gotta be kidding me. Man, you are nuts.
All right, listen. Don't forget to come back for me.
As long as you're not dead, Fred.
It's Frank. Frank
Well, that
West.
hardly rhymes.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days when I get the scoop.
All right.
Whoa! Shit! Oh. Huh. Get us back down to that rooftop!
I know I'm gonna get my butt chewed out for this one. We're going down.
Holy crap. Quite the fall. Good way to break everything, especially your stupid camera.
Hello there. Huh? You're the reporter, aren't you?
Yeah.
You came alone.
Yeah, I'm freelance. You know, go on the battlefield alone, no crew. So, what's going on around here anyway?
You came by helicopter, didn't you? What did you see from the sky?
Well, if it were just a riot, I doubt the military would quarantine the entire area. The moratorium on information getting out is a little extreme, in my opinion. There's, something else I can't put my finger on. Doesn't sound like civil disobedience. It's too quiet.
Almost as if everyone's already dead.
Yeah. So why don't you just tell me already? What's going on?
I think you'd better see for yourself. This, my friend, is hell.
Alright, here we go. It begins. Frank must be on the heliport at 12 p.m. on the 22nd, or he will be left behind in the mall. Would that be so bad? Pay careful attention to the time as you play. Or don't. It's up to you. And that's kind of the thing. Hey, it's a Mega Man watch. Look, I don't want to get too into it until some people are tuning in, because I got lots to say. So I'm just gonna quietly enjoy myself for the time being. Jump around on some AC units. It is just lovely to see this game running so well. What's up, Carl? Looks like you're the only journalist that made it out here. Okay. I'm looking forward to some nice pictures. So, speaking of which, for posterity.
Right.
Not bad. What do you want?
Good.
It's better.
Yeah.
Ah, suave. I'm kind of feeling the
Right.
pink on white. What else we got?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Oh shoot, now I've done it.
Yeah.
Very well. Classic Frank. Oh man, so many outfits. I guess I unlocked these on the last playthrough maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, now you're talking. I'm ready for the mall.
What in the world? Yeah.
I can't stop changing.
Yeah.
Now, the secret to Dead Rising, in my mind, is to chill out and settle in for the long haul. I mean, you don't have to, but like, you could. It doesn't matter. Like, you gotta let go of the idea of an end goal and just be in it for the moment, you know? Like, you're here because you want to batter some zombies around.
Hey, bring that over here.
And batter you will.
Quit screwing around.
Have you seen my baby? I can't live without my precious little sweetie doggy. Oh, where is my Madonna? Where is she? Oh, oh.
Hey, this is no time to ogle pretty girls, son.
You know,
You looking to get yourself
I didn't
eaten
sign up to
alive by
ogle.
zombies?
The game insisted on doing
Did you
that.
just say zombies?
To slip
look
that
out
male
there.
gaze in as soon as
If
possible.
those ain't zombies, what would you call them? There's been more and more of them since last night. Now, they're all that's out there. Look on the bright side. Zombies are stupid and slow. We should be safe in here. All right, then. Feel like making yourself useful? Take a look around the mall. Bring anything we can use for the barricade back here. Andale! Come on, pronto!
Where do you suppose he went anyway? He couldn't have been this. Don't worry. Zombies are just slow.
Look how good it looks.
Damn it! Every time I come shopping with you, something happens to raise my blood pressure.
What do you mean every time? You don't even come home most nights, let alone take me shopping.
So? I work for a living.
Work? Huh. Is that what you call that hanky-panky with that big-titted secretary now?
Oh, please. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Listen, every time something...
Ah, I wasn't ready. At least I'm dressed for success.
You! Stop right there! Do you have any idea what you've done? Why did you summon me to this place? What are you planning?
Would you calm down? I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's how I'm trying to be.
What the...
Raving and indignant at the mall. Oh, a little poodle. Even Madonna's like, stay in. I think Madonna hates her owner. Fudge.
What in the hell are you people doing? Run! Quick, move! Get over here! Everyone, move this way! Quick, to the stairs! Move!
So it begins. Now it's important what happens here. Todd Mendel dies. Brian Reynolds is dead. Mark Kimada. Dead. You can't save everyone. That's not what it's about. It's a fake out goal of Dead Rising that you're supposed to save all the survivors. They die before anything else happens. This is the zombie apocalypse. You're not here to save everyone. You're not here for any reason. That's the problem with existing. You're just here. Whoa. And it's up to you to figure out what to do with it. Whether it means eating chips or saving a poor little poodle named Madonna. How do you punch again? Yeah, there we go. Video games. Ah! Got to hand it to ya. Still don't totally understand. Wasn't there a kick button?
Where are the others?
I don't know. I hope they got away.
As long as those things are in the mall, we'd better not use this door.
What are you doing?
The air ducts. They'll get us back into the mall. And apparently those things aren't smart enough to use the ducts. So they won't be a factor.
Wait a minute. You want to get back in there? What for?
Well, we smelled Auntie Anne's on the way in, and we just can't resist.
Nice camera. Are you a photographer?
As a matter of fact, I am. Frank West, photojournalist.
Could you show me some pictures, Frank?
Must we keep doing the
You
pan
seem to know what
ogle,
you're doing.
the ogle pan?
Who are you guys, anyway? And what are you... I took that one near the entrance. That guy do something?
No. Thanks for showing me, though.
Hey, we're not done talking yet. Just who are you guys?
I'm Jesse. The man you saw earlier is Brad. That's all I'm authorized to tell you.
Alright, Otis, let's stick together. I like the cut of your jib. You ain't planning on going back down into the mall, are you? Oh, wait, I wasn't ready! Okay, I got a transceiver. Now I can talk to Otis. Let's go back. Oh wait, I didn't want to go to the rooftop. I'm a little rusty. Oh wait, yeah I did. Fine. Rusty.
Hey, anybody around?
That's what I want to know about it.
Right.
What's up, Jeff? Natalie. Oh yeah, this game has the weird dodge roll. You lean the stick twice in the same direction. It was ill-advised, and then it has the longest roll recovery I've ever seen. Dark Souls 3, this is not. What's up, Nat? So the least good thing about Dead Rising is probably the escort mechanics. It's a little nebulous, but it seems like you basically have to call them. Like the safest way to keep them with you is to just shout at them constantly, like you're playing high-speed Marco Polo.
Come on! Follow me! Come on! Follow me!
So get used to hearing Frank say that. Ah!
Follow me!
Well, good enough. That's a cool mechanic though, like the like Kodak moments where you're supposed to, like, it's kind of like a QTE but using the game mechanics. Alright, so wait, now I gotta get him back to the vents. Is Natalie with me still? I guess she was already... Okay. Now, it gets a little unclear here. I think it warns you if they're not close enough when you try to exit an area, but you can risk leaving without them, causing undue frustration. Sweet. Prestige points. Oh wait, how do I access my Frank menu? I can never remember. Notebook? You get moves. I want to know my moves. Toe. Status. Yeah. So I got a jump kick. This is, oh yeah, you can riot, you can like walk on top of zombies, kind of like the enemy step. Kick back when grabbed, push the stick. Interesting. This is the roll. Power push. Football tackle using Frank's burly physique. Press and hold L3 and then X. Here we go. Judo throw. When grabbed by a zombie, press L downward repeatedly. Weird controls. Press and hold L3 and then press square. Oh man, that's the Zangief move. Roundhouse kick. These are some of the weirdest move controls I've ever seen. While facing a zombie, simultaneously press square and X without pushing the stick. Then press square again to throw the zombie. Okay. You just straight up lift them and toss them. Knee drop. Facing a standing enemy's back, press, okay, so it's like the throw. Wall kick. Hammer throw, press square and X simultaneously while standing on a zombie's side. So there's like different throws from each side of the zombie. And then giant swing. That's like when you swing them by their feet. Alright, well there's still more moves to get. There's still the one where you pull their guts out. And of course the final move, which I'll save for when we get it. So what am I actually trying to do? I don't have a case file yet. I have a notebook. Why not? Wait, how do you... yeah. Okay.
All right.
I don't know why that coffee creamer looks like a gallon of chocolate milk.
What's happened?
But it's pretty good at healing you.
Okay. What's happened?
Where am I trying to go again? Back out this way. Welded. Oh, he welded it. Oh, do I want to be back on the roof and go through the elevator? Give you the rundown on the mall's layout so you know what you're doing. Right on the other side of the warehouse, you'll find Paradise Plaza. There's lots of shops there, restaurants, sporting goods. Ah, it's so fast. Can you imagine trying to read this fast in the tiny font on your CRT that wasn't fit to display the tiny font? They must have had some rapid readers testing this game.
Zombies, huh? Had a feeling you'd show up. God, it's you.
Good thing you didn't crack your head open.
Sneak up on me.
Brad was attacked. I located him on the monitor. Ugh!
It's probably just a sprain.
I've got to help Brad. Or
You
he's
might
done
consider
for.
ditching the
Alright,
heels.
Fine. Give me your gun.
We're in an apocalypse
No
scenario.
reason you just got hurt. Let me help.
No, I can't let a civilian do that. That's against regulations.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
the
I don't
suit
think they had
jacket, too.
zombie-infested
In fact,
malls in mind when they wrote those
Is there
regulations.
anything in any of these clothes lockers that might
You know
serve
how to
this
use
woman
this?
a little
Kinda.
better than this
I've covered
extremely
worse, you
immobile
know.
outfit?
Look, after I'm through helping you, you and I are gonna have a nice little chat.
That sounds nice. Hey, we already got engaged. Alright, that was stupid. What's up? Oh god. Right in the junk. Oh, this game didn't have the shoulder shooting yet. Like, that wasn't... Wait, is that true? Oh god. Stop biting my pachochis!
Hello?
I'm just a little rusty on the controls here. Stop that. How do you cycle through the rest of your stuff? No, no, wait, no. Yeah, this game predates, like, the shoulder controls. Well, it doesn't really, because RE4 was already out, but it predates them being... I guess even RE4 didn't have, like, modern, like, two-stick shooting controls. But in this, I think you just... It basically works like a melee weapon.
Anyone there?
How do you... Ah, yeah, of course. The bumpers.
Damn it!
All these immaculate shelves. Ew. So this is the face value proposition of Dead Rising, is you're free roaming in a mall and you can just grab shit like this knife and kill zombies with it. And this is what the bros of the world wanted out of Dead Rising, myself included. We just wanted to like a stress-free, like, you know, chop up some zombies, chop till you drop experience. But it's not exactly what Dead Rising proved to be. I think that frustrated some people in its time, and they just like they bounced after spending the money, because this was like, I forget if it was a launch game, but it might as well have been. It was like very early 360 game. Let's see, can I like, yeah, that's the stuff. No, stop. God, this is embarrassing. Just trying to practice some of my sweet moves. Okay. And I remember being, like, I didn't have this game because I didn't have the Xbox, but my brother did. And as soon as I found out that there was a time limit, I was kind of like, oh man, this is not the game I thought. I hate time limits. I think most people hate time limits in games. What the? Hey, Ghost Ribbon, thanks for the follow, and thanks for tuning in. 69 hours. Scoop Q. I don't wait. What is that? Is that that's where you have to be? All right. Yeah. Oh God. I like what I see in the chat. Very good. Man, look how much nicer this area looks in the remaster. This area was ugly as sin on the 360. Gotta get to my scoop queue. You were hyped for this game. Yeah, I was hyped too. I mean, I wasn't super hyped because I didn't expect to have a new system anytime soon. I've always been like a super late adopter, but my brother had a 360, and he got this game because it looked like a cheap thrill, and he loves those. And like, those are the only kind of games he really ever played. And I was like, yeah, that looks super fun. It looks like what I wanted State of Emergency to be back in the day. But it wasn't. Except it actually kind of is. But it's like there's layers to Dead Rising. That's what makes it so interesting. It can be your zombie slap 'em up if that's all you want it to be, and you can ignore all this shit. Like Kent and his scoop queue. I don't know why. I just think that phrase is funny. But like, oh, Kent. I remember Kent now. This guy is a pill. Wait, hold up. I need some food. I'm dying here. Got any OJ? Oh, wait. What did I just throw? We got some rotten garbage here. Oh, wait, no. On the other side. Get... I already hate you, Kent. Oh, pie. Man, only one pellet for pie? I feel like pie's at least worth 2 pellets. Yeah, State of Emergency looked rad, was bad. It was... It was I don't know if it actually had staff who worked on GTA 3, but it was marketed as like another GTA 3 from Rockstar. and it wasn't that at all. And it was like just taking the part of GTA 3 where you murder, where you're a mass murderer, and that was like the whole game. It was like murder everyone in the area during civil unrest. So not good. But so there's definitely a lot more going on in Dead Rising than there was in State of Emergency. But I think some of it was kind of unwelcome to people, like the whole time limit thing. But the real challenge of Dead Rising is deciding for yourself to not care about the time limit. But it's also like it's a cyclical game where you're supposed to repeat it, so you can like really go at your own pace. You just have to accept that things will repeat. And then, but like, if all you wanted to do is like bash zombies in the face with weights, then who cares if it repeats? You know, like it's repetitive by nature. It's a beat 'em up. Kent, I have very little interest in you. Yeah, okay, fine. I feel a little bad now. Fair. Time, if you've, yeah, well, I haven't played Majora's Mask, but, you know, it's like, I think that, it's not what people bargained for, though. Like, if they went in thinking this was just like a casual action game where you're in a mall beating up zombies and it's like a sandbox, but it's not. When I wrote a piece about this back in the day. Oh my god, I haven't saved a single time. I forgot about that. Oh man. Hold up, I need to find food. I wrote a piece about this several years ago for Capcom, and I called it a quick sandbox because it is a sandbox, but it's one where you, like the clock is ticking, and it's also extremely dangerous, which is not common in a sandbox game. Like, you're very prone to getting killed. But yeah, it is like sort of a subgenre, right? There's Majora's Mask, and then you've got like even Capcom did Dragon Quarter, which is sort of in a similar vein, I think. Well, I have not played that one yet, shamefully. Yeah, people wanted GTA with zombies, and that's not quite where we are. But on the other hand, you can treat it that way, and like no one's gonna stop you. Yeah, he is a champ at downing lots and lots of orange juice and cream back to back without puking.
Smile. Smile.
Even though he can puke in this game. Yeah, I do want to play Dragon Quarter. I've heard such swimming praise for it over the years, and I have a copy. Thanks to de facto Breath of Fire community manager Pat Kulikowski.
Good. Try a little harder, old timer.
Why don't you warn me when you're gonna do badass jump kicks, dude? Trying to get some PP. Come at me. Ah! Kent! I loathe you.
I'm a pro. You're nothing.
And your soul patch.
Smile.
Do it? No.
Smile.
Alright, here. One for the camera. Oops. I mean, these guys do go down pretty easily. Up. Yeah, there's a Breath of Fire 6. It was a mobile game in Japan. They were going through a real mobile phase. Oh. I can't with this Kent. I can't with you, bro. And I don't know how Breath of Fire 6 turned out, but I have to imagine it wasn't so good. There we go. Yeah, I like all the joke weapons where you just kind of embarrass the zombies. I mean, the humor is so great in this series. All right. Ow. Can't, you're gonna get me murdered. He is totally hopped up on goofballs. With his high-toned voice.
Perfect. Yeah. Keep it up, old timer.
What is the mission here? Hurry up and get a shot of me taking pictures. I've done that. Or did I not? Oh my god. This roll is mapped to the weirdest possible input. Are you coming up to me?
Perfect. Is that the best you can do?
I don't know. I got you taking a photo. Did exactly what you said.
I'm a pro. You're nothing. Fantastic.
All right, that was it. I had to zoom in. Oh shit! Go careening into my foot. Okay, you're gonna. All right, let's see it. Nope.
Right. I'm a pro. You're nothing.
What is this cool pose he speaks of?
Smile. Fantastic. Nice job. Perfect. Fantastic. Boring.
I like how he calls it fantastic and boring.
Beautiful. Perfect. Over here,
What do you want from me? MGS2 had a camera. Beyond Good and Evil. I didn't know Dark Cloud 2 did. I think Beyond Good and Evil might have been the first one I saw.
Perfect.
I was quite surprised by that. That game is cool. Maybe by 2030 we'll have that sequel.
Beautiful. Perfect. That's no
What did I do wrong?
Perfect.
Alright.
Fantastic.
I guess it was a timing
Great
thing.
shot.
Photographs he took to form inventions? That sounds cool.
It's in focus,
I need to pick that up.
and the composition's okay.
Never
I
played either
suppose.
Dark Cloud.
Uh-huh. That ain't half bad. Okay, here comes the next one, Frankie. But first, feast your eyes on my work. Now this is my most emotionally moving shot.
Kent is of a bygone time. Look at his whole
Now
style.
this is
I
my
feel like he's not
sexy
even
shot.
like this isn't what people looked like in 2005.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is more like what people looked like in 1999.
This is my most violent shot. Check it out.
What do you like better, Dark Cloud 1 or 2?
Okay, here's the deal, Frankie. You gotta go out there and take even better pictures than the ones I just showed you. You think you can handle that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very Crash Bandicoot look. He gets his fashion sense from a marsupial. I desperately need food again. Is food court this way? Is that the Alfresca Plaza? Oh man, this gets me. Chris Lips. Named after a member of the localization team and a dear friend. A lovely man. I see. So you got a little more love for the OG, but 2 is the popular pick. I know how that goes. I think maybe you could say the same for Dead Rising. Depending on why you like Dead Rising. No, I can't go that way yet. Oh! Shazbot. This is not good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the consensus is, but I do feel like 2... I mean... I guess because they got rid of the photography, that's kind of a big loss. But then, like, off the record... for a while I thought off the record was the sweet spot. Because it brought back the photography, but it just, like, the controls were a little smoother, and the combo weapons were cool. Now it's been so long since I've played any of the games except for part 1 that I don't have a clear like favorite in my head. Oh god. But I do think that the like 1 is like the purest in its concept of not just being a dick around game, but also like having the whole time thing and like giving weight to your choices. When I think this game has a really great intro with the helicopter ride where you're taking shots from what's going on the ground in real time. And oops. I think it's cool because it sets up the whole point of the game, which is that you're in control of what you do with your time, but time keeps moving forward, so you're free to miss stuff. And you can, like, you're in your helicopter riding around, looking around, and you can miss all the, like, the big spectacle moments. Like, there's an explosion at one point, and there's a lady who falls off the roof. And if you don't happen to be looking there, then you don't get to, like, rewind, you know? It's over. And that's the whole game. This was developed internally at Capcom Japan, and the localization they had just in I think 2004 started an internal localization team. I think they used to outsource their localization usually, and yeah, it was definitely a big step up for the quality of their localization, but you can point to some of their earlier PS2 stuff, like Okami. I still look at as a great localization. That it was a particularly tricky subject matter to try and localize because it's so Japanese. But I think they did a good job. Yeah, they Phoenix Wright was before. Let's see, that was like 2004, or was that earlier? Because I think it was on the GBA in Japan, and then it didn't come out in the West until it was ported to the DS. But I want to say that was outsourced. And that's where they took those weird liberties, where like they changed the foods to like Western foods. I kind of don't know what my goal is right. Oh, I gotta look at my watch. That's right. Pigo bar. Oh shit! I forgot that doesn't freeze time. Wah! Ah, that move. Good one. Trying to remember how, like, all the moves have weird controls in this game. I guess you want to go by order of how little time you have. Yeah, I think I think it was 2004. Maybe. My timeline's a little off. When did the DS come out in the States? Was it 2004? But yeah, it was around then. I think I think they outsourced that one. Okami came out in 2006. And I think that was among the first. What's up? Clear the way, please. Gotta get this plutonium back to the lab. God, they got me anyway. Fuck, right in the jugular. Well, that didn't go very well. November 2004. Yeah, so. No, Capcom, so they ended up buying a company called Blue Castle Entertainment or something like that. Who had done a baseball franchise. I'm trying to. It wasn't MLB The Show. It was. I think it was called The Bigs or something like that. But they were good at rendering big crowds in the audience, and I think that attracted Capcom's attention because of all the like the high number of NPCs on screen in Dead Rising.
I've never fired at a person.
And so I think that they outsourced development of Dead Rising 2 to them, and then after that went well, they bought them and turned them into Capcom Vancouver, and essentially turned them into a Dead Rising factory where they basically just made Dead Rising games. Until 4 came out, and it was the Christmas game, and then the company was shut down.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Next time he reloads, I'll lay down a suppressing fire. I'm counting on you.
It's sad because they were pretty talented, and I think that the games got more and more fun.
3.
Although I didn't really play much of 4, because I think the problem was that it was a tired brand. It didn't need to be coming out as frequently as it was. And I just feel like even people who liked the series were kind of like, enough. And it didn't do well enough to keep the lights on. Okay, this part. I remember this kind of sucking. In fact, all of the boss fights in pretty much the whole series kind of suck. I think they might have gotten a little better in DR3. Ow. shooting work. I don't know if I can throw him like the... No, I guess not. Guns are always weak as crap in Japanese games, for some reason. Ow! Brad, do something. Yeah, there's a fight. Yeah, in that area, like the connecting area outside. It looks like a little park. There's dudes in like a tank or something, or like an ATV, and they are frustrating as hell. I think you're just supposed to run from them. Kind of forget. Am I crazy, or can you not manually aim in this? Except with your camera. It's kind of ironic, like they could have just given you the exact same controls they use for the camera. Oh wait, whoa, okay, yeah, here we go. I remember. Whoa. This is like a bad Metal Gear fight. Is this missing? Too long range for this pistol. Hey! Last Joe 22, thank you for the follow. We are slogging it against this first boss in Dead Rising. Carlito. The bosses are a bit of a weak point for the series. But I just, it's one of those games that's almost more interesting to talk about than it is actually fun to play. Well, it can be fun to play. I just love the approach to the whole like the timeline thing. And I wrote this big piece about it back in 2014. Yeah, I've played through it. This is actually a second playthrough, so I already have some stats upgraded. Give a little background. I used to work at Capcom, and I used to run their blog with a couple other guys. And I wrote this long piece about, it was kind of a think piece, talking about how like there's some roots in Zen Buddhism that I think led to this game existing. And it's funny because I used to work with one of the guys from the localization team, and we had him on a podcast. And he was talking about one of the seeds that was planted that led to them making this game was that some of the guys from Capcom Japan were in America on a business trip along with one of their colleagues who was an American. And they were eating at a food court somewhere or something like that. And the American guy grabbed a giant stack of napkins, like you do, and ended up throwing out 80% of it. And his Japanese colleagues were kind of aghast. What are you doing? You're going to waste all that paper? And he was like, you're an American now. That's how we do. And I think you could dispute that. But certainly that's more of a common thing here. and apparently that was like this sort of moment where they were like, maybe we could make a game. I don't know if they said about that, but you know, like with that in like as a theme of like disposability basically, and just like wastefulness. And if you think about Dead Rising, you're just running around in a place full of products and things, and you just grab shit as you come across it and like toss it when you're done with it, or it breaks, and everything is like hyper disposable. But apparently it was like born out of that business trip. Where the hell do I get a gun? Brad, you gotta help me out here. Yeah, wait. Oh, okay, man, he's a lifesaver. Oh, did we just screw ourselves because of the time limit? I don't think I did that badly. Uh-oh, maybe I did. A game about being American. Yeah, except underneath the skin lies a very Japanese heart, I feel. Okay, this is just nighttime. Or evening. Favorite psychopaths boss. I feel like the clown always... Is it... Oh, Adam the clown, right? He's a... I feel like he stands out. It's creepy as hell. I'm just a bullet sponge right now. It's worth it. Nope. I think a jump kick does like thrice the damage of a bullet in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam the Clown. And then in DR2, isn't there one with a tiger? That was kind of cool.
He got away. Who was that anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, it had this like cultural fusion that I think was intriguing, and it's funny because I think that the game looked like a mainstream game, like for bro gamers who just bought their Xbox 360, where you like run around in a sandbox, and it's like GTA with zombies, so you can like bash zombies in the face with mannequins.
I've got nothing to tell you.
And so it kind of had this mainstream appeal, but then it also had the crazy time limit thing and the weird humor where you can like try on dresses and stuff. And so it also became a cult hit. So it was like a mainstream hit and a cult hit at the same time, which like almost never happens.
You guys are looking for someone here, aren't you?
Who is that? Where did you take it?
You help me, I help you.
Damn. You're one hell of a journalist, aren't you, Frank?
People claiming George Romero was trying to sue Capcom over this, but it was actually the blood-sucking producer who actually owns the rights to that stuff. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that before I worked there.
Got a point.
Yeah, it's weird because you can't really sue someone for sharing a premise, you know? Otherwise... I mean, there are tons of, like, clone movies. Like, every time there's a popular horror movie, there's, like, a bunch of clones that, like, do it worse.
You're with Homeland Security. Is that guy a
I can't imagine George Romero would have cared. I mean, it's a completely different medium. And that's the thing, is, like...
that picture in the entrance plaza.
This game does what only a game could do. By giving that weight to your actions and putting you through this looping cycle of the 72-hour period
So do I have your permission to cover this
that you
story?
can let play out however you want. Yeah, it seems like that's a bit of a thing. Producers being not the coolest people. I mean, not that all producers. I know some lovely producers, but I feel like the producer of this game was not that stellar a human being either. He might have gotten along with the Dawn of the Dead producer. Things played out differently.
Anyone there?
Brad. Pick it up here. Hey! Love to be a localization producer, but never a... Whoa. Producer. Yeah, are you in localization? Do you do the loc? Whoa. I don't have a plan. I'm gonna stand back and drink for a minute here. Whoa. It's pretty fun to be able to kick down windows and just break into places. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. I know. Big into mythology and language, and video games have a lot of. They sure do. Yeah, localization is a fascinating field. I've always wanted to get involved in that. I've done like books and comics. I haven't gotten to work on a game, but yeah, and this was like such a like quintessentially American setting, the shopping mall. Are we actually opening the gate? But this idea of like life being cyclical, and there's sort of something resembling karma in this game. You have your prestige points, but it's interesting. What's interesting to me is that you get prestige points for doing good deeds, like saving survivors, and like for seeing through the main storyline, and you get a giant chunk of prestige points when you get the best ending.
Come with us, we can wrap this whole thing up.
Hold that
I'm
thought.
not leaving until you can guarantee me safe passage.
Just open
to
this gate. Just open this gate.
No.
It's for your protection. Just
I am not
give us-
opening any gate. Thank you very much. I'm going to stay right here.
Dr.
when
Barnaby.
It's safe.
Sir.
Thank you and goodbye.
Dr. Barnaby?
Goodbye.
Well, what happened? You can't just arrest him?
He turned down my offer to protect him. Said he isn't going anywhere until I can guarantee a secure route out of here. Jesse has a direct line to HQ. The first thing we need to do is to call for backup.
All right. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good point about malls. Like, this is a bit of a relic in and of itself now because malls are basically dead. But, yeah, so prestige points. You get them for doing good deeds, but you also get some prestige points for just killing zombies or taking photos or even just dicking around. There are little discovery moments. Like, if you run on the treadmill, you get some PP. And it's like you basically get prestige for doing anything, and it feeds back into leveling you up, and leveling you up gives you new moves. And even after you get the best ending, which you would think is the ultimate goal, it only unlocks, like, it gives you more prestige points. So it's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to hit the level cap and get all the abilities. And the final ability you get in the game is the zombie walk. It's this, it lets you like willfully turn into a zombie and walk among them, and then they stop attacking you. And I mean, it's not like you literally become a zombie, but you like act like one. And where is this pointing me? So it feels like there's sort of this deeper message here that if you can't beat them, join them. There was this old like Buddhist fable or parable, I guess you'd call it, that I referred to in that piece I wrote. It's about this king who gets warned by one of his like oracles or wise men or whatever you call them that there was going to be a rainstorm coming whose water would drive people mad. And so the king stockpiled a bunch of clean water and saved it for himself. And then when the rain came, everyone went crazy except for him. But he quickly observed that there was like unity in their shared craziness, and they were able to like function and communicate with each other in their shared insanity. And so he was like the odd man out, and so finally he just made the choice to drink the crazy water. And that's what the zombie walk kind of is, symbolically. And the zombies stop killing you. And that's the last thing you can do in the game, even after you've gotten the best ending. The only other thing from getting the best ending is it unlocks infinity mode, where it's just infinite zombie apocalypse. So it's just like your reward for doing everything is just being stuck in this eternal hell that you've spent the entire time trying to escape. Oh wait, what's your deal? You want some? Bert? That is your real name? Okay, good. I'm gonna get a photo of this for posterity, because you suck.
Perfect.
So there's an irony to the whole game, the whole experience. And then it's also kind of shaded by the games that came after, where it's like, what did you think this was about? Like, saving the world? Like, at the time I wrote the piece, Dead Rising 3 Apocalypse Edition, which was the PC version, had just come out. That game takes place 10 years after DR2. So it's like, there's no saving the world. Like, it's permanently zombified. So it's up to you to decide, like, what you care about doing in this hell world, you know? And I think we can all take solace in that now. Moments like this. Very enjoyable. Okay, you guys, here we go. Let's get these survivors back to the lab. No, you schlub. Where am I trying to be? I have not figured out the route yet. Man, it's so funny. See, this name Chrislip and this name Sions. Those guys are both localizers. Then you get back though. Paradise Plaza and then the elevator, right? So I think we want to go the way we're going. Babysitting these survivors can be a bit of a pain. I'm not gonna lie. Also the guns. Whoa. Forgot about that. The guns kind of suck. Whoa, the slowdown. That is janktastic. Bros. You got another one of these bats? I need a good melee weapon. No more of these giant pieces of furniture.
Follow me! Follow me! Follow me!
Dude.
Follow me! Come on!
Bah.
Come on! Follow me! Come on! Come on!
Aaron, I swear to God. Commit.
Come on! Follow me!
Whoa. Gentlemen, wow, Aaron needs to get his shit together. He's killing us.
Follow me! Come on!
Man, orange juice sounds really good right about now.
Okay.
Ugh. Fuck. Pardon my French. It's for your own good. Is Aaron just like dead? Oh yeah, he basically is. You know what? Screw him. It's the beauty of not caring that much. I think that's how you gotta play this game. Oh, why there? Madam, this is an Arby's. I think that was the Tibetan Book of the Dead, maybe? Look up a name, Chogyam Trungpa. It's Chogyam. And then second word is Trungpa. Oh wait, I don't want to. Wait. Yeah. The piece was, I called it the Zen of Dead Rising. This might be a bit of a hokey name, but whatever. It was a headline. Wait, where's Bert? Is he with me? So this is where it gets a little irritating. Yeah. This is where people get you killed. I think in the sequel, that was one of the things they improved, was they make it more clear when someone's not with you at the door. 'Cause there's like an ambiguous distance they have to be from you where they'll go through the door with you. And in a game that's largely about escorting people, it's kind of baffling that they didn't do a better job with that. Like, escort missions are kind of notorious for being tedious and terrible, and this game is like kind of the epitome of that. So it's like one of the other things I wrote about is like they give you a lot of reasons to stop caring because it's so tedious to like keep trying to save all these people that are, they seem like they're trying to die. How the hell do you get, or do you have to go through the park? Maybe this is where you encounter the tank dudes, is they force you to go through the park. Actually, that makes me think I need to save. Okay.
Follow me! Follow me! Follow me! Follow me!
Sometimes it feels kind of like football, the way you have to like juke and like weave around the offense or defense. Yeah, Eco found a way to not make it too tedious, and it was still a little tedious sometimes. Not usually because of how the Princess Yorda, was it? Not usually because of like the way she behaved, so much as just like another shadow sequence. Let me get my 2x4. I do not miss Aaron at all. Dude did not try. Yorda did like to wander off and screw with the birds. Yeah, she didn't seem to appreciate the urgency as much as Eco. Did you play Last Guardian? Oh, no, not the chips. Oh, this is the treadmill area. Bro, making me look bad. Bert. Get me out of here. Oh my god. How do they all rush us here? I think, yeah, it seems like Last Guardian has been pretty hit or miss for people. I thought it was phenomenal. And it made my wife cry like a little baby. In a good way. In case she's listening. No, it was, I mean, very artfully done. I think it comes down to how much you like animals and how much patience you have for how they behave. What the hell is going on here? Why won't he fucking come through the door? Pardon my language. But Bert, ruin the pooch. Oh my god. Oh, that was really violent. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, okay, well there you go. If you're not a pet person, it may not be that appealing. But I just love his little punum. But Eco, also good. I will play anything that guy works on. All these walkie-talkie interruptions. Oh, did I not finish this Kent thing? Thought I did. Okay, let's get these Japanese tourists. I feel like they'll be on the ball. You know how to keep time better than Aaron. Stick to the plan better than... What was that guy's name? I already forgot. He's nothing to me. Whoa! Give me that. Little trick of the trade. Sometimes garbage cans have great stuff inside them. Iko's concept of a boy and a girl. Sorry, I'm trying to read and juke at the same time. I need to get one of those chat readers for scary games like this. Can't understand each other, trying to escape a castle really resonated with me for whatever reason in the way the world feels and looks. And then Shadow of the Colossus, just tossing in a world of giant creatures that an ominous voice tells you to murder, also really grabbed me. Oh yeah, I think that Shadow of the Colossus is the catchiest one, and probably the most fun, to be honest, but like Last Guardian is kind of an extension of Ico in that it's that same thing of two beings that can't quite understand each other on one level, but who instinctively understand each other on another level, working together to escape, like overcome adversity and escape from a scary situation. And the vibe is much the same in terms of like the look of the world. But the dynamic is certainly a little different than like the boy-girl thing. Yes. Domo. Let's escape from here.
Hello?
Oh, do I have to like give them stuff? Yeah. Hey, idiot. That's not an exit. Guys.
Anyone there? Anyone there?
Is the AI messed up here? I don't remember it being like this.
Nope, I don't think so.
These Japanese tourists have impeccable English.
Nope, I don't think
Would you like an apple? Are they coming? It's just so unclear what the AI is doing with the survivors. And that was like a major... Because it's such a major element of this game, it's a little unforgivable. But I think you just have to accept that some of these guys aren't going to make it because they suck. And the sooner you accept that in this game, the happier you're going to be. And I was saying earlier that the game opens with a bunch of survivors dying without you even having the chance to save them. And it happens in the same way that it happens when they're in-game survivors that you are supposed to escort. Like you get the text on screen saying so-and-so has died.
Anyone there?
And it's almost like it's trying to establish up front that some of these MFers are going to die. And you can't do jack about it. So like, don't sweat it too much. And I think that's a key to surviving mentally in an apocalyptic scenario. I think we can all kind of relate to that right now, unfortunately. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what's going on with these guys, but they have no interest in me, so I don't really know what to do about it. Except move on. Well, there's the opening before the title screen where the mother and daughter die, but I'm talking about when the game starts. So first you ride in the helicopter and you're taking photos, and then you land in the mall and they've got the door barricaded, so the zombies on the outside and a bunch of survivors on the inside, and they're like, go get some stuff to help barricade. And then you start doing that, and this woman freaks out because her little poodle got out, and she's trying to save the poodle, and she ends up letting the zombies in. And so now this little safe zone they'd created is filling with zombies, and you start seeing a bunch of names of people that you don't even know who they are, just like so-and-so has died, so-and-so has died. And that's your introduction to survivors dying. And it's before you even introduced to the concept of escorting survivors. So it's sort of letting you know up front that there's an element of futility to all of this.
All right, looks like we found our next contestant. We're gonna take out that dude and snatch his old lady.
Yeah, just murder anyone that looks at you cross, like I did to that one guy. Yeah, these guys are among the worst things in the game. Man. Oh my god. My bad. Well, alright. Sorry, buddy. I tried. You guys wouldn't talk to me. You only talk to me long enough to prove that you understand English. Not the bees. I always forget about the whole bee subplot. Yeah. Well, it's more aggressive than these guys.
What in the hell is going on around here?
There was a zombie playing host to a queen parasite in every large gathering of zombies. Defeat that zombie and get your hands on the queen to use it as an item. And then it's like a bomb. It's actually a pretty fun mechanic. Oh yeah. There's one now. So you get like a little vial with the queen in it. Oh wait, give me that. I bet Mr. Night Shyamalan played this and was furious he didn't come up with bees causing people to turn into zombies as twist first. It's gold! Shyamalan gets a bad rap, but I kind of liked The Visit. It was sort of his comeback movie, I guess. It was enjoyable.
So that's what Dr. Barnaby said, huh?
The old coot's not dumb. He wants us to call for help first. We gotta line out or what?
The signal's being blocked. I can't even contact HQ on the emergency line.
So, if we want to get our hands on Dr. Barnaby, we're gonna have to secure a way out of here ourselves. All right, we've got to deal with the situation we've been handed. The boneheads back at HQ might be working on something too.
There's a helicopter coming. 3 days from now. At noon, it's my ride.
I didn't see that happening. That was one of the ones
Absolutely.
that I feel
That's
like
how I plan on getting out of here.
Like kicked off his
All right then.
fall from
I'll see
grace.
to it that the
That's the
DHS
one
picks
with
up the
like
charter fee. Can we take Dr. Barnaby as
the
well?
twist is the trees did it or something.
As long as you tell me what's going on.
Okay. I'll tell you what you want to know. Later. We have more pressing business right now.
Maybe I'll check that out.
If we have to wait here for 3 days,
But I
we'll need
like the
supplies.
visit. I just I thought the scares were good.
Blankets and the like. We'll get
And it was
Dr.
like a
Barnaby
fun
here tomorrow
watch.
morning.
It
I
kept
want
me
you to keep
guessing.
an eye on the monitors.
And the twist was like not so. It didn't feel like that much of an M. Night Shyamalan twist. It was still a twist, but like within the realm of believability, I guess.
Frank,
It felt
give me a
kind of
hand
like
here.
an urban legend. You know, like the call is coming from inside your house.
What gives?
Considering the helicopter and all, we have to work together.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
But that doesn't mean we can tell you everything. And everything we do tell you can't necessarily be printed.
Yeah, so?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I have seen that
I just want you to
episode.
appreciate the
I
situation.
definitely watched that show when I was a kid.
Well, we're up to our necks in zombies. Yeah, I think I appreciate the situation just fine.
I'm gonna look for that. When I was a kid, I always liked the pinball episode where the kid's like stuck in a
I still can't
shopping
believe all
mall,
this, you know?
kind of like in Dead Rising, except it's
Seems
like a
so unreal.
life-size pinball game. And I liked the one where they like the They Live ripoff where they put on glasses
You
and
all right
see
there?
shadowy figures,
I got it.
like walking around in the world. Wait, Luigi from Super Mario.
You should rest a while, Brad.
Like from the 90s cartoon?
You go ahead and catch some sleep first. We can
Oh,
switch in
yeah.
for hours, okay?
John Leguizamo, of course. What other clothes we got here?
Yeah,
Ugh, that's no good.
yeah. Yeah,
These are all terrible.
yeah,
Wait, how does this work?
yeah.
Have I lost that suit forever?
Yeah.
Sophie Richards is dead. Oh, that was the woman in the park. Well, I don't know what she expected me to do with my camera. My pellet guns. What's up, Oates? Are you enjoying this? Ah. Whoa! That's cool because you go in the elevator once before and it's empty. And it's like they know you're expecting it to be full of zombies the first time and it's not. So this time they get you because you've been lulled into a sense of security. And it totally worked on me even though I've played this game several times. Get out of here. I stream a wide variety of things. I'm only just now getting into a more regular clip because I got a gaming PC that's capable of streaming and gaming at the same time, and before all I had a MacBook and I couldn't even use Streamlabs. So like I'm finally getting into it, but recently I've streamed Lost Planet. You know, obviously, I have a ton of knowledge about Capcom, and I like Capcom games, so, like, there's a fair amount of that. But I also collect a lot of retro stuff. I used to live in Japan, and I have, like, a huge Japanese Saturn collection. And I like some of the weird, like, obscure stuff with interesting mechanics, so there's a lot of good stuff on the Saturn like that. I was streaming a game called Wackenroder. It's a German word, but it was a first-party Sega game toward the very end of the Saturn with really high production value. It's like a strategy RPG set in like a dystopian future, and you've got like cool like swords that have motors in them, and you rev up the motors to make the swords more powerful and stuff like that. It's like a steampunk game. And I was interpreting clumsily on the fly as I went. And I love the Sega Genesis. I have a bunch of stuff for that too. And oh, you know a Wackenroder. That's great. Yeah, I'm a big Lost Planet fan. I love Lost Planet 2. I think the co-op campaign is like my favorite co-op campaign ever. And I finally got, just over the last week, I finally played Lost Planet 1 for the first time, and had a good time. And I like, in general, I like action games. I love Treasure, and like Devil May Cry is maybe my favorite series. I worked on a couple of those games, but I've always been a big fan of those. I'm also trying to make a game in dreams that I've had rolling around in my head. I've had the idea rolling around in my head for a long time. So I might, once I get a little more comfortable with dreams, I might start doing like creative streams where I'm just like chilling out and making stuff. Have you played Gotzendiener for the Turbo CD? No. It's like a proto-eco. That sounds amazing. That's a Turbo CD. Is that, wait, is that the, that's the TurboGrafx CD expansion, right? I'm just now discovering TurboGrafx / PC Engine because I got the Mini. And the Mini's pretty cool. I'm waiting for them to hack it so that I can add more stuff. Because I don't see myself collecting for that. It's just, there's just too much for it to be feasible. And I don't even have the space. But I'm very curious about the library. Like, it's great what's on the Mini, but I haven't heard of that one. Beautiful woman captured by an evil beast chained up in his castle and waiting for the brave knight to come and rescue her. The showdown, the knight fells the evil monster with an almighty blow, but himself is slain where he stands. The captured maiden falls to the floor, her hero and captor both dead by her feet. And this is where the game starts. I see the princess. That sounds great. Is it like a platformer? Is it kind of in the vein of like Prince of Persia, like that era of like cinematic platformers in 2D? Whoa. How do I get these goodies? It's isometric. Interesting. Is it kind of like freaking Landstalker? Like isometric platforming? Oh, this is where I want to be. But in what capacity? Lady Stalker. Oh, is that a typo? I feel like Lady Stalker would be a good name for it. Except that sounds like you're someone who stalks ladies. Never mind. Let's see. What do they want me to do here? Image in the monitor. Wait. Ah, these controls. Oh, this is downtime. I'm confused about where that arrow was pointing me before, but this is a casual, no stress run through of Dead Rising. I already got the best ending. I'm just here to get the zombie walk. And the thing where you pull their guts out, because that's rad.
Yeah.
Didn't I start at the monitor room? I didn't realize that I was supposed to just hang out. Oh, Lady Stalker is already a game. Landstalker starring a woman named Lady. I think Lady may have even been in Climax landers on Dreamcast? These are deep cuts. I haven't heard any of this stuff. You've out deep cut me. Well played. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going with Wackenroder because, like, when I tweeted about it and I got a big response, and then I said I was streaming it and like almost no one tuned in. I streamed it like 5 times I think, and I mean I'm small. I don't really have much of a regular following yet, but kind of made me wonder if I should keep going with that because it doesn't seem like interest is that high. And although I thought it was cool, I don't know if I need to keep going with it on the stream because I was trying to interpret and it's quite fatiguing to interpret while playing. Especially while also trying to strategize. You saw someone retweeting my post about this game? Oh, that's cool. The system works. Well, yeah, I'd give it another shot with Wackenroder because it is cool and I do think that it deserves to be seen. I wish that someone more prominent than me would like check it out. I mean, I'm sure other people have streamed it, but yeah, like I hear almost nothing about it, even in Saturn circles, and I think it's because of the language barrier. Climax Landers was called Time Stalkers here. The name Time Stalkers rings a bell, but I can't remember what it was. My Dreamcast knowledge is only like kind of moderate. I didn't have one when it was current. I got one in like the mid-aughts, and then I didn't get that much for it. I had like some of the flagship titles, and then like some of the weird stuff like Zombie Revenge and Dynamite Cop, because I like Die Hard Arcade. Although I still think Die Hard Arcade is the better game. Yeah, I have so much love for the Genesis and Saturn, and only a moderate amount of love for Dreamcast. And Master System is like a huge blind spot. Climax characters. That's the developer? Oh man. You've got knowledge. Man, that's... They did Shining in the Dark. Did they do all the Shining games or just Shining in the Darkness? You were a TurboGrafx 16 kid. Wow. I don't think I ever knew one. That was like a non-entity where I was. So I guess they just want me to hang out here while these people die. Oh, I was going here, wasn't I? Well, screw it. A frantic man. Sounds like a psychopath. Yeah. some families were like that. They just always pick the losing horse with consoles. Yeah, it seems like the TurboGrafx is interesting anyway. Like, not quite. I don't know, sometimes it feels like it was sort of in between the NES and like the Genesis. Sometimes it feels like it was doing stuff the Genesis couldn't do. And then like the CD add-on was such a game changer. I feel like the Turbo CD probably did cooler stuff than the Sega CD. Although that's another blind spot for me. I don't know that much about Sega CD. Oh yeah, the Neo Geo. Is that when you had it with like the giant chunky cartridges? I never knew about those until I lived in Japan and saw them somewhere. I was like, oh my god, it's the size of a microwave. Yeah, the Hue cards, those are cool. I didn't know about those either until recently. Although it seems like it got kind of complicated with all the upgrades where sometimes you needed like a special expansion card and sometimes you needed a CD and a card. How do you fix your camera battery? Is that a... Oh man, they got one of these PVMs. These fetch a pretty penny nowadays in the retro game scene. Or is it a BVM? I still don't know the difference. Yeah, I mean, I guess they were really just trying to do the bare minimum required to make it feasible to have an arcade in your home, like an arcade unit in your home. The Dark Bean. Yeah, I don't really know how they how the battery thing works in this. I don't remember. My favorite thing about Neo Geo games was if you changed the region, it'd change the blood color of some games. Europe was purple. Interesting. Yeah, I guess everyone's got different regs on that stuff. Germany is always strict about gore for reasons that I suppose are obvious. Yeah, I never got to play the Neo Geo Pocket. I think is that one of the things that's compatible with this upcoming analog Pocket device? That's like, oh man, I'm gonna be here a while. This is the Adam the Clown fight. Maybe I'll try and take him out. Oops. I told you your horoscope? Wow. I had no idea. What was the, like, graphical capability? Was it comparable to, like, a Game Boy Color? I don't know anything about the Neo Geo Pocket. The dumbbell is secretly a great weapon.
Yeah.
Hey-o. A little bit better looking than a Game Boy Color. Probably on par with a Game Gear. Oh wow, it's specifically the Neo Geo Pocket for, like, version of the horoscope. Oh, that's cool. I just started following this account called Game Aesthetic. Or Game Aesthetics, I forget. But it's just like GIFs and JPEGs of great game aesthetics. And it's pretty broad, like they don't... It's not all just snooty stuff. Speaking of Game Gear Revelations, Revelations, the Demon Slayer had come out on the Game Gear in Japan. It looks so much better on the Game Gear. I love the look of the Game Gear games. The colors are like darker than the Game Boy, but more colorful, if that makes sense. Well, oh, then you mean more than the Game Boy Color? Whoa. Yeah, like, I didn't have any of those. I had the Game Boy Pocket late in the Game Boy's life. And I only played the Game Gear a couple times. I played it at the orthodontist's office, so I associated with pain. But mainly I remember the screen being really blurry when it moved. So I didn't really get an appreciation for the colors. I do remember the Game Boy Color having kind of a washed out palette. And feeling like, yeah, like it's nice that they have colors, but it doesn't look that colorful. Sort of ninjas. Oh, the Game Gear's in the movie. That at least makes it make some sense. I forgot about that movie. Was that a Rob Schneider vehicle? Wait, what are we doing here? Ah. This guy is a creep. And he plays a teenager. Who else was in that? I can't remember anything about it. That's how you know Barbara Ann. They did a great job making this guy horrifying.
Everyone died.
Leslie Nielsen was in it. Yeah, that's right. I think that's why I wanted to see it when I was a kid, because I liked Naked Gun, but we never did get to see it.
I won't let you stop the ride, Gramps. If the ride stops, then the zombies come back. And that won't be any fun at all.
Adam. At it with your antics. This is no time for tomfoolery. Can't you see we're in a crisis situation? Wow, I am butchering Adam. That's, you know, this is the joy of the victory lap. The New Game Plus where you're OP'd and everything that used to be hard is a cinch. Adam used to be a pill. And now, oh god, I forgot about that. That's just the worst thing that's ever happened in a video game. Got Tone Loc. A star-studded cast. You know, no joke, these small chainsaws are like the best weapon in the game. Ernie Reyes Jr., who was in like the OG Ninja Turtles movies. Did he play one of the turtles? Or was he like the pizza guy? Oops. Wait, what? What does this bottle do? Ah! It's not the kind of bottle you eat. Oh. Okay. Whoops. Alright, now I gotta rush back. Oh my god, these controls. I'm so not used to not being able to back out of a menu with the options button or the touchpad. Oh, he was Donatello. Oh, he was the pizza guy. Sorry, I'm reading this in fragments as I juke around zombies. So he played Donnie in the first movie, and then they brought him back for the second movie, but not to play Donnie. That's weird. It's like, we like you. You've got it. Unfortunately, you're wrong for this part. Ah, makes sense. Yeah, it seems like he knew his stuff when it came to the martial arts. No, shut up. No one cares about it. Oh wow. Yeah, this is the time to they're dead. Alright, time for the most morbid car ride of my life. You see how good this little chainsaw is? I like one shot at these guys. Yeah, this weekend at Bernie's. That's kind of great. Come through. I couldn't be happier with how that went. I think I missed the black hand on yellow you're referring to. Hey. It's just so potent, this chainsaw, and fast. Hey. An icon that was above you in the truck. Whoa. What was the body glove? Is that like spandex? Alright, we all know what to do here. Oh man, so many missed Kodak moments. Surfwear, or like wetsuits. Alright, once I get back to where I need to be here, I'm gonna take a quick water break. We had pizza for dinner. My whole body is like a giant, it's just filled with salt. This is a salt receptacle.
What's happened?
Let me drink in-game first.
I understand.
Okay,
All right.
be back in a couple.
I understand.
Actually, I'm gonna save too before I lose the chance.
What's happened? I understand.
I actually am gonna down some orange juice. That sounds so good right now, and we actually have some, which is rare. Alright, be right back.
I understand. All right. I understand. Okay. What's happened? All right. What's happened? All right. I understand. What's happened? All right. What's happened? I understand.
understand. What's happened? I understand. I understand.
That can't be good. What's going on anyway?
Before this whole thing started, someone called the professor and told him to come to this mall.
Jack the line, did you? So was this the caller, this guy here? They've got something to do with the zombies, don't they?
They're the reason we came here. And if he gets away with Dr. Barnaby, none of our questions will be answered.
Yeah, that high pulp. That's exactly what I was having. Okay, what's going on here? Did I do well? Maybe I missed a cutscene.
All right.
But yeah, like when you're super thirsty. You ever see the movie Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon? He gets like obsessed with, it's kind of like The Sixth Sense, and he gets obsessed with trying to like figure out this ghost mystery. And he starts digging this giant hole in his yard, and then he goes in the fridge. Oh yeah, you always think you think of the same thing. Yeah, it's very refreshing. Rescue. Okay, I didn't do this. What is this one again? A frantic man. Let's see if I still have time. Since I've got speed legs, I might be able to pull it off. Especially now that I have this chainsaw. I wish I could duplicate the chainsaw. It's the best. Ah, still got me.
Oh.
Yeah, that movie has one scare in particular that I used to dread as a kid, as like a teenager. It was where he goes down in the middle of the night and he looks at the couch and she's sitting there. And then he like tries to get her to appear again, and it's like funny. But that initial appearance of her, terrifying. At least it was to me when I was like 15. Ooh. Nice. The uncomfortable sex scene is also pretty spooky. Where he's like being haunted while in the act. Hey. While doing dirty deeds dirt cheap. Yeah, it's like a little bit more horrific than The Sixth Sense. It's like a little more R-rated than Sixth Sense, but still sort of a weirdly family-friendly scary movie. When he's in the red theater. I remember the theater hypnosis scene. I don't remember what the ghost looks like in that scene. There's a scene at the end where he sees her and she's walking and it's freaky because it looks like they filmed it in reverse. Like they filmed her walking backwards and so she's like walking weird and it's like skipping frames. I remember that freaking me out. Yeah, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Or it might be the sugar shock from the orange juice. I think it's a little of both. Yeah, The Ring, all those movies are terrifying to me, and I also love them. There's nothing like... things don't really get scarier than just like a gaping face where no gaping face should be. And like the Grudge movies, and like Ju-on. That's about as scary as it gets for me. But Ju-on's weird because I feel like it's really hit or miss. It's like, man, those bees are a godsend. Cause it's like every Ju-on movie is basically a series of episodes. And some of them are really scary and some of them are really corny. And it's not like there's any one Ju-on movie that's like all the good stuff. It's like they all have some of the good stuff and some of the bad stuff, except actually some of the movies are all bad, I think. But like there's no Ju-on movie that's all good. My favorite scene, which they made once for the TV movie in Japan and then again for the first Grudge movie, is early on when the lady goes up in the attic and the ghost is like right next to her. That's just a scene. Oh, I forgot there was a TV show. Is that like the one that just came to Netflix? I don't have high hopes for that. Pulse, I love. That's an all-time favorite. I am quite fond of that movie. And that was one of those movies where I felt like what's going on in your life completely changes the experience of watching it. And it's probably true of any movie, but I saw it first in college when I was like 19, and I fell asleep. I was like, this is just so slow and nothing's happening, and then I saw it after I graduated and I was going through like a bout of depression and very isolated, and spend a lot of time glued to my computer screen because it was like an outlet and my only real way to connect with people. and I watched Pulse again in my room in the dark, and I was like paralyzed with fear. I got chills. Yeah, it's a little hard to follow, and Kurosawa's movies can be like that. That's Kiyoshi Kurosawa, and he sort of made a name for himself with those sort of like artsy horror movies. That's probably his best one, unless you count Cure, which is more of it's like a murder thriller, like Seven.
Come on, follow me.
Like what? Oh man, he's. Take the shoulder. Okay, this is actually better because he's not gonna wander off on his own. The question is, how do I get back? I feel like they should give you a beacon back to the headquarters. I guess we gotta go through the park. Keep moving. We're football players. Noroi the Curse. Yeah, that's the found footage one. Yeah, I need to give that another watching. I've seen it twice. And I just kind of forget what happens. I remember liking it. I think I was hoping it would have like a little bit more payoff at the end, which is how I also felt about Blair Witch. I was just like a little more or something on screen. But it does give you more than Blair Witch, and I like the story. I think I might get more out of it now. And then you found Cure boring, huh? You know what I like about Cure is the hypnosis scenes. I just think that those are really well put together. They do a great job of sort of hypnotizing the viewer, at least in my experience. It sounds like you were not really won over, but like I was fascinated with watching this guy at work, like he uses a lighter in one scene and he uses a cup of water in another scene, and it was just like just his weird way of talking to kind of get people caught in this loop of trying to reason with this like weird sleepy guy. I thought that was all really cool and compelling. The overarching plot kind of lost me though. Like the third act or whatever felt pretty weak. But I think it probably gets better with subsequent viewings. There's another. I think some of his movies can be pretty boring. There's a movie called. Have you seen Charisma by the same director? That's the one about the tree. It's not really a horror movie, it's an allegory. Not that a horror movie can't be an allegory, but it's like... shit, how do we get out of this pool? Oh god. Bro. Okay. Ah! This is bad. We shouldn't be in this water. Water. Okay. Here's the entrance. calling me. Siren vibes, huh? I need to replay Siren. I'm afraid that it's gonna be too tedious to enjoy all the cool things it does well, but I love the look of those games. I think I have the first one. Seance, I like Seance. I thought that had good like scares. It was like maybe his most conventional like scary movie with good scares. Charisma is like, oh yeah, just watch someone replay Siren. Yeah, that's kind of what I remember. I was like, this is really cool in theory, but it's really hard to be scared or impressed when everything is a chore. It's a big problem with horror. I think they've figured it out in the last several years, but like, yeah, a horror game should err on the easy side because failure is like basically the antithesis to tension. Oh god. Here, you stay put in the corner here. I'm going to take out the trash. There was a Siren movie though, I think. And I mean, I don't know if the guy who made the games made the movie, but I believe there was a movie in Japan. If I was going to recommend one other Kurosawa movie, if you liked Pulse, it'd probably be Retribution, which is called Scream in Japan. It's Sakebi, which means scream, and I'm sure that they didn't call it that in English because of the movie Scream. But the name actually plays into the theme. The Japanese name plays into the themes and like key imagery of the movie, so it's kind of a shame that they couldn't call it that. But it's cool because it has those scary moments. It's kind of like Pulse. It has those scary moments, but it also kind of messes with the conventions of like horror genre and like breaks some rules and kind of bends the genre.
All right.
All
right.
I can't believe
Oh, you've seen it. Or you might have seen it. Yeah, it would have been. I think it came out in like. Maybe 2005?
All right.
You like Tetsuo, a video game equivalent. I think tonally or like aesthetically, the only thing that even hints at something in that vein is Killer 7. And just in moments where there's like this frenetic screaming like punk art thing going on. Like when you die in Killer 7, you get like this like smash cut to like your severed head screaming and the kanji for death. I mean, I think Suda 51 kind of wants to be that, but I don't think that he quite walks the walk. I think that he wants to be this cool punk art guy, but like, his games, I don't know. I like Killer 7, but even Killer 7 is like pretty rough sometimes.
I understand.
Wait, did I not? Wait, I did rescue that guy. That wasn't the guy I thought he was. I'm like, this is like the most distracted Dead Rising playthrough, and I'm kind of cool with that. I'm not really trying to do anything in particular. It's a chill Dead Rising playthrough. I would love for someone to step up and become the Shinya Tsukamoto of video games. By all means, do it. Your love will rust the whole world into oblivion. I played Contact briefly and didn't appreciate it, and was recently reflecting on how I wish I had appreciated it more and how I wish I could play it again. Because that was a whoops, what a waste. That was a cool idea for a game. Yeah, I felt like maybe it needed just a little more time in the oven, or like just a little more making it fun. I recently got the Shinya Tsukamoto like giant Blu-ray collection. Got lost in the mail. I don't know what's going on with the USPS, but they lost a couple of things in the mail that I was like really looking forward to. A little bit of retail therapy because of the pandemic. But yeah, the company that sent the Blu-ray pack, it's Diabolic DVD. They sent me another one, and I haven't. Yeah, Solid Metal Nightmares. That's the one. I haven't actually touched it yet. I was gonna fire up Tetsuo the other day, but it was on Shudder with the Joe Bob Briggs, the Last Drive-In guy, and I wanted to hear what he had to say about the movie, because it's like, I mean, even for his show, he does like, you know, he like shows midnight movies or like cult movies and talks about them, and like even for his show, that's a pretty weird movie. So I ended up watching it on Shudder, even though I have the Blu-ray. But yeah, oh, I need to watch Dead or Alive. I think I saw the amazing intro back in the day, but I never watched the full thing.
Someone shooting from the floor above.
Yeah, I really want to watch Denchu Kozo, the electric rod. Is that they call it Electric Rod Boy? It's like the electric pole. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because that was like the that was like the prototype for Tetsuo, right? I have the book about Tsukamoto by Tom Mess, and I didn't know that. I have. It's called it's just called Iron Man, and it's a cool book. It covers all of his movies up through.
Professor's gonna end up zombie child.
Let's see. What was after Vital?
I'm going for it.
Vital might be the last one it covers.
You just worry about staying alive. Got it?
But it's the hardcover version, and we're out here in New York, and last year Tsukamoto actually came for a screening of Killing, which is his samurai movie, and I was in line to get his autograph, and this guy in front of me had the same book. He had the softcover version, and I was like desperate to try and connect with people that liked this guy's movies, you know, but I didn't really know how to break the ice. But I saw this guy with the same book as me, and I was like, "The same book!" And I just like blurted out something. And he was like, "Oh yeah, man, you got the hardcover. That's hard to come by." And I was like, "It is." I was like, I didn't know that. I got this like, 12 years ago or something. I looked it up online. That game's going for that book's going for like $900. Like, holy crap! Oh, you like the same book? Same book having guy, my friend. Yeah, but I was a little stunned to see those prices on eBay. Plus mine is now signed by the director, but it's like pretty beat up. Like the jacket's a little tattered. Not that I would sell it, but it's definitely the most valuable thing I own. Oh god. Oh man, you straight up got a sniper rifle. Sweater buddy! I think because I work from home as a freelancer, and I've been doing it for 4 years, kind of against my will, just because I haven't been able to find something else. It starts to feel miraculous whenever I like find common ground with a random person, because I've like spent so much time isolated. Like, you also like this completely obscure thing that I've enjoyed in isolation all this time? So like, the fact that they were doing a screening and that the director showed up. It's funny because I lived in San Francisco for years, and they have one of only 3 Japantowns in the country. And they have a Japanese movie theater called the Kabuki, and they couldn't get Big T to come out for for a screening. They wouldn't even screen his movies. And I was always lamenting that, because New York has the Japan Society, which is... Now I've gone and done it. New York has the Japan Society. They do these great screenings. That looks right. And they get major talent to come in. Like they have the clout that pretty much no one else in the States has. Although, I mean, not the Kabuki, but Japantown, they did do some events. They got the guy, Shunji Iwai, he did All About Lily Shushu, if you know that. It's like it's basically like shoegaze before shoegaze was a term, I think. Yeah, I mean, with San Francisco, the amount of shit on any given sidewalk is kind of a toss-up. I would say, like, I don't know when you were there, but like, Market Street, around, like, just before we moved away, it was looking real rough. Syringes in the street.
Yeah.
People just lying in the road, like, all over the place. It was bad. Yeah. Japantown is actually a relatively like nice area, or at least it was last time I was there. But there's just a huge like economic disparity that's ever growing. Basically have to be a millionaire to afford to live there now. working there until March. That's pretty recent. Oh, you're in Concord. Cool, I have friends around there. Whoa. Alright, I gotta retrace my steps. What was I doing? I was going for the professor, right? Oh! Stay back. Otis, you gotta pick your moments. This is not a game. Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, it's a bummer for so many reasons.
Don't be daydreaming out here.
The way this is all playing out. Okay. I was like, I've been trying to get a job for like 4 years and just coasting on freelance, and I finally had a good lead. I was in like phase 5 of interviewing at this place in March. And March was the goal I'd set to find a job. It was like the deadline I'd given myself, and I was like, it's actually gonna happen after years of disappointments and false starts and stuff. It did not play out that way. Ow. Man, this guy is a real thorn in my side. I don't remember how you don't get shot by him. What is Axis again? I know that name. Ow! I seem to remember this hockey stick, like, cleaning up. Yeah, it's doing pretty solid damage. Good thing I brought all these coffee creamers. Alright, Brad, get a couple more shots off. Oh, they just published games. Yeah, I definitely know that name. Oh. Are they localized Japanese stuff? Hi-oh. Looks like things didn't go Carlito's way. Ah.
Brad! I'll be fine. Just take care of the professor. Go.
How exactly will he be fine in this scenario?
He's unconscious, but alive.
Damn!
You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not in any condition
I remember the Ragnarok series. We looked at one of those games at Capcom
security room.
and said, nah.
The sedative's taken effect. The professor won't be waking up anytime soon. I managed to stop the bleeding, but he's running a fever. He needs medicine.
A fever. Medicine, huh?
All right. Sweet. I got a skill. I did. Neck twist. Face crusher. Here we go. Stand near the head of a fallen zombie and press square next. You have all these grapple moves. Wait, how do you do the... there we go. Press and hold L3 and then press square. Oh wait.
Okay. What's happened?
Medicine run. That sounds like a winning formula. Wrestling in general is another big blind spot for me, but I'm starting to understand why people dig it so much. I think it was like I just didn't really know a lot of people that were into it growing up. And then at Capcom, like pretty much everyone but me was into it. It kind of blew my mind. I was like, really? All of you? I've never heard of such a thing. And it turns out I was the one who was out of touch. I like that Asuka character. I see her on Twitter. Posts her retro game collection. And then every once in a while, like a clip of her like power bombing someone or whatever. I don't know any of the move names. Ah, trying to do cool grapple moves. That's the move I was picturing. What do you call that? Oh, wait. He said, crap.
Yeah.
Supermarket north of North Plaza? Oh wait, Chris Lips is the pharmacy. Wait, no, it's not. But I think it's near the pharmacy. Whoa! Nothing there. Did I miss the... No. Oh, there it is. God Hand, I don't know. I mean, PS2 prices have gone through the freaking roof. It's kind of insane. Just like Shinya Tsukamoto books. But God Hand, hard to say. It is on PSN for if you have a PS3. But if you already have a copy, yeah, it's definitely worth revisiting. I think it's aged pretty well. Whoa. Man, I love how fast I can run now. When you start off this game, you're super slow. Revelations, Persona, and Persona 2. And Suikoden, yeah, that's been valuable for a while. But like, some of the games in my collection that were always obscure but not particularly valuable are now like through the roof. Like Blood Will Tell is a personal favorite of mine. It's based off the Tezuka manga, Dororo, and that shit is like hundreds of dollars now.
Name and rank, soldier.
Oh crap!
You can't tell
Wow,
me,
he's terrifying.
can you, fella? Oh yeah, I know why. It's because you're Viet Cong.
A screenshot.
I'm right, aren't I?
Oh, he's got the PTSD.
You are nothing but a filthy communist.
Oh man. This hits differently now.
You, son, are gonna tell me where the gorilla's hideout is.
It's like, it's funny because the premise doesn't make any sense at face value. You just kind of have to accept it like a fairy tale premise. But it's like, someone made a deal with the like demons, and in exchange, whoa, bro. In exchange, they took his baby's, like, it's like 42 demons, and they took his baby and stole 42 of his body parts and distributed them among the demons. And so this baby is born just looking like this weird lump. This is like a little lump of nothing. And they wash him down the river, and some Dr. Light style scientist finds him, even though this isn't like feudal Japan, and like adopts him as his own and gives him a bunch of like feudal Japan era cybernetic implants. So he's got like all these prosthetic parts, and he's got like a gun in his arm, like hidden in his arm, and a sword hidden in his other arm or something like that. And
Too slow.
so he's like a cyborg samurai basically.
Shit.
Yeah, it's funny, like it makes no sense that he's alive. I'm just gonna fence this guy. Challenge you to a fencing match. Yeah. Some best laid plans. Ah! He's a deadly veteran. Ow. I don't know what the winning strategy is here. This shovel is not doing not doing the trick. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to gut me. Oh, maybe these chainsaws. Yeah, at this point I don't think I have the health for this. There's no like real way to do these fights with finesse. I feel like it's just sort of a... Whoa. Oh, God, it's happening. Dude, this guy's a D-bag. D for D. Help me out here. Am I gonna run out of time during the fight? Is that a thing? I wonder he hasn't killed me yet. Oh, there we go. Famous last words. Yeah, Blood Will Tell though, it's got that, so like over the course of the game you're taking out these 42 demon bosses, so there's lots of boss fights, and then each time you take one down you get a body part pack, and they have a variety of effects from like stat buffs to like new moves, and like early on it's cool because like you start the game and it's in black and white because you don't have you don't have real eyes, so the game's not in color until you get your eyes. It's quite creative, and it's a wonder that it got localized. I'm king of this mall. Maybe not. That kick is so funny. Ow. Lord. So many great little gems like that on the PS2. Hey. Okage. No, I never did play that one. How did that turn out? I remember seeing it a lot. Let's get some food. Is that all? I think probably chainsaws are what I need for this fight. Is there a save point? Actually, maybe I should just go for it because of the time. What did I just do?
Yeah.
Oops. God. Bastards. Man, I needed that health. I guess if I'm going past the save point anyway, I might as well. Dude. You guys. Oh. Turn-based RPG. That's probably why I didn't play it back in the day. The Evil King and I. That sounds pretty charming. You know, I'd be more open to that nowadays. Turn-based used to be like kryptonite to me for some reason. Oh, that's on PSN. That's cool. Maybe I'll check that out. I love when games let you just like walk around in convenience stores and supermarkets. These stocked shelves look so good. The little joys. Okay. Wait, is this a... Where did I go last time? This is a different Psycho inventory. Wasn't I in the hardware store last time? I must have taken a wrong turn. I thought this seemed different. I'm like really not paying good attention. Oh wow, but I do so much damage. That's great. know what to do about that camera. It's been dead for a while. Oh yeah. Man, I could go for some melon. Alright, Steven, you're about to get yours. Hey, some PP. Guy is dangerous. Oh man, he shot right through all that produce. He reminds me of the guy in The Mist, the store clerk. Saved the day, sort of. Oof, please don't kill me. Wow, milk. Does a body good. Oof. I thought I was too clever for him. Whoa. This might actually work. I can keep bouncing up above him. Sweet.
My store.
Yeah, I need to get into Persona. Even with the turn-based thing, it seems like they're very cool.
My store when I'm gone.
And I've been seeing screens of
My store.
Nocturne,
My food.
and because the remake just dropped or is dropping imminently, I forget. And it looks real cool. I totally slept on that back in the day.
Customers.
Oh, you don't like the later Personas. Interesting.
Have a nice day.
So I feel like 4 was where I started hearing
Register 6!
people just rave about it. I even have it on PSN. It's crazy how much stuff is coming to Switch. Like, they're just crushing it, and everyone wants to be on the Switch.
Cookie. Can you stand? Look, I saw you at the entrance yesterday. You needed medicine too. Maybe we should work together.
I don't need any help. You people don't know a thing. You're the ones who caused this nightmare. You ruined Santa Cabeza and started all this.
Early Persona games have heavy Lovecraft and Jungian influence and stuff. Later Personas feel a lot more like, I don't know, moe anime bullshit. I am not a big fan of that. I don't really understand what moe even is. Like, what the defining traits are. I feel like in my head it's associated with an aesthetic that I don't like. But is it just the aesthetic, or is it like, what the hell is it? Oh wait, I'm not done with the medicine run. Crap, the time might run out. So I didn't take it serious. Wait, how do I get in here? Help me out, Sion. I'm a little confused here. Is my time just gonna run out while I'm trying to find a way into this thing? Oh, there's a back door somewhere? Oh, is it this? Crap, I wish I noticed that sooner. Huh? Where's the drugs? Yes. Of course, I don't know. I don't think I can make it back in time unless they freeze the clock for me, which wouldn't be a very Dead Rising thing to do. I mean, look how good this looks though in HD. Not HD. It was always HD, but in HRD. Not in the mood. Sounds like you could use some pizza. Just make sure to hydrate. Don't be like me. Oh man, there's lightning. It's lightninging. No. So am I still? Did I just screw the pooch? I feel like if I did, it would give me the prompts to load my game. Bastards. Oh my god. Friends, kindly be gone. Oh, so high school as a setting is like a turn off to you. I think I might like the high school setting. I like it in TV. I do kind of want to check out Tokimeki Memorial now that I have it on my PC Engine Mini. Man, I was playing Snatcher on that thing. They really just dive headlong into the sexual harassment in that game. It's like every woman you meet, you have to harass. Whoa. That's the stuff. Yeah, Snatcher's cool. It's hard not to like the game, but it's like it's like, okay, make your stupid pervy joke once, not every time you deal with any woman or girl. Like, there's a whole scene where you're just like basically harassing a young teen girl, and it just goes on like. And then Police Knots was even worse, where you can like literally assault them. And again, it's like, it's not even a one-off joke. It's like a consistent, it's like, oh, this is a woman, so you can grope her. Yeah, I mean, Kojima's track record is not so good. It's a shame because he's such a like he does such cool things with his games. But I will say I got really into Death Stranding earlier this year, and that game doesn't have any of his trademark bullshit, like sexism bullshit. Not that I could see anyway. It was
I understand.
quite a surprise, in fact. Okay, we made it. So I don't know what scoop chance I lost, but it wasn't the main thing.
What's happened?
Oh wait. Yes, it was. Man, what a tease. So the question now, like, I'm kind of keen to just keep going because that's the game. You know, I've already got the good ending. I'm not in it for. I mean, the good ending isn't even that good. There's still, Dead Rising 3 and 4. The madness never ends. This series ends with Capcom Vancouver shutting down.
What's happened? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, MGS2, that's probably a good place to stop. I mean, I like the series. I think 3 in particular is quite good. But I think that I don't know if this holds up to scrutiny, but I feel like my favorite one is Peace Walker. But maybe it's just that I was so surprised by how much I liked it that I like inflate it in my head. Dude, this weapon owns. You'd think that Capcom Vancouver designed it since it's such a powerful hockey stick. I don't know. Five is cool. Yeah, it could be frustrating if you're not a 3D action person. I think five is probably the most well designed. Yeah, most well designed as a game. But the story, it's just. I mean, the problem with all of them, except maybe the first one, is that the story just gets so convoluted. With no real payoff. Like, they've all lost me with the story. I played all of them. And 5, even though I was having a great time with it, I bounced before I even finished it. I think it was because I knew that it was sort of an unfinished game. Like, just knowing how things all played out with Kojima kind of killed my motivation. It was like, well, it's not like it's going to be a satisfying ending. I might as well just stop when I feel like stopping. But it was a wild ride while it lasted. Now, yeah, or you could just do mushrooms and read a Tom Clancy novel. Yeah. I think criticism in general should be tempered by.
Name and rank, soldier.
I mean, I guess it should never be malicious for that reason. Like,
You can't tell
it
me.
takes a lot to create something,
Can you, fella?
but I don't think that
Oh yeah.
makes creators
I know why.
immune to
It's because you're
the
Viet Cong.
critiques of the consumers
Right.
of their stuff, because they make it for
Aren't I?
people. They don't make games for game makers. They
Nothing
make
but a
games for
filthy communist.
regular random people.
You, son, are gonna tell me where the gorilla's hideout is. By the time I'm done beating information out of you.
Alright, we saw this. See, I'm keen to just go through the rest of the game taking down these jerks. Lightning. Whoa. Did you hear that? Sounded like it was at the neighbor's house. Storm smashing through. Let's hope it doesn't strike us. Like, it does good damage. It's just like kind of cumbersome to use. But like, you can only hope to. Oh god damn it! You can only hope to get one hit off at a time. And you gotta make some distance. I think after I kill this guy, I'm gonna call it for the evening. It's getting quite late. I made good progress today. I abandoned the scoop. It's the first time I've had the courage to do that. Turning over a new leaf with Dead Rising. Playing it my way. Let the critical path be damned. Here comes that storm. Starting to drizzle. Why don't you bring it? I keep dropping it when I hit him.
I'll gouge out your eyeballs. I'll gouge out your eyeballs.
What? Why did that hurt me? This guy is tough as shit. Oh my god. This guy is... Whoa.
I'll gouge out your eyeballs.
It's very dangerous. This is a lot less accommodating than the supermarket full of health items. Can I pay them a visit? Yeah, I'm dressed for success. Oh man, Sion's is all the way over there. What about Chryslips? Is that what this is? Oh yeah, that's what this is.
What's happening?
Tim Allen when he gets dolled up for a fancy steakhouse. That's nice specific imagery. And this psychopath is combat trained. That hardly seems fair. I've only covered wars, I haven't fought them. Whoopa. Ooh. Bam. Based. Alright. That's what I meant. Yeah, the special moves all have weird, unwieldy inputs that suck. Feel like 2005 Xbox 360 inputs. Alright. What am I doing? I was gonna grab some food. 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 Yeah. You're talking about they did it's called Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. It was a separate product and not really justified as one. I mean, I think that they should have just done that instead of Dead Rising 2. Because it's better. Frank is the better character, and the photography is back, and there's really no good reason to get rid of it. And they added an area to the map, and it's a pretty fun area. It's like an amusement park, and there's some rides you can use to hurt the zombies in fun ways. Yeah, people missed Frank. And it was like, Frank was... It's funny, because the new guy, Chuck, was supposed to be like this everyman character, but I'm like, Frank kind of already had that covered. You know, he was basically that. I feel like I should have gotten more food, but oh well. Yeah, but Off the Record is fun. That might still be the best Dead Rising game. I don't know, like 3 is cool, but the world is a lot less good. They traded in all the color and like just fun of being in like a mall. Even like DR2 doesn't technically take place in a mall, but it may as well be a mall. It's like a casino with a mall attached. And DR3 is like in a gray brown street. It's like supposed to be open world where you actually drive around and stuff. Yes, I would say that on the record. Whoa. So this guy, did he heal or did I just not do much damage? I can't remember. I mean, he did heal, he didn't heal completely, so that's a good sign. Maybe it's a time thing. DR2 is the biker guy. DR3, you're a mechanic. And I thought that was keeping in line with the Zen thing that thinking about Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance. You play as a motorcycle guy in one game and a mechanic in another. But whoa. Man, why does this guy rock my world? Yeah, you're like a motocross. Well, you're not, I mean... Oh, there's a boss who's like a Harley guy in DR3. But you play as like a dopey mechanic. And I lost another scoop chance. I didn't even know what I had. Fuck. Did they like playtest this fight? Because it's awful. Yeah, he's just a grease monkey. He's just like a happy-go-lucky. He's like maybe the most likable. I don't know, Frank's likable, but in like sort of an asshole way. He's kind of like Ash, I guess. Whereas Nick, who's the protagonist in 3, he's like, he's a sweet boy. I would let him babysit for like my little sister if I had one. So annoying. Chainsaw.
Not fast enough.
Eat drill. Man, he just keeps disarming me. Pain. Shrimp biscuit.
I'll gouge out your eyeballs.
Ah, that didn't work. I thought maybe you have to be like a man and face him mano a mano. But no, he's got a giant fucking knife. So that's not it. Hey. Oh god. The problem is that he counters literally everything. Okay, new plan. Mow him. Speaking of moe, actually, I still think this is my best bet. Because it at least does good damage when it hits. I mean, it is hugely frustrating for people, I think, when you get this far into the game, and then it's like, oops, my timing was off, I have to do everything from the start. I think there was just like, I don't think anyone was expecting that, and it feels like a huge slap in the face to have your time. But it's like, it doesn't really nullify your time, because you're still leveling up and stuff. But I guess it's all a matter of perspective. It's like encouraging you to drown out the story and not give a shit about all the cutscenes. Oh god. This guy sucks. You have to be...
Jeez. I'll gouge out your own.
Yeah, I think you will gouge out my eye. I've got no recourse. Wait, is the not groovy its own reference? Funny, I don't remember that, even though Army of Darkness was my favorite movie when I was a kid. I watched it like 100 million times. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Y'all. This fight is the pits. Oh.
Shit!
Cheap bastard. Oh wow, that works really well, actually. Alright, new strategy. Wall kicks. And ground pounds. Oh, so he only says it sometimes. Maybe he didn't say that when I played it. I really liked RE7 now. I think it's probably my favorite one. If I'm not being nostalgic. What the hell? This fight is like almost insufferably bad. Even for a psychopath, which are some of the worst boss fights in video gaming. I say that with love. Also hate. Terrible. And why does my camera work? Yeah, remake is probably in my top 3. You know, I had a list at some point. I thought RE2 remake was cool, but I think yes, man, those wall kicks are awesome. In hindsight, I don't think that RE2 remake outdoes the original, or at least it doesn't replace the original. I mean, obviously it outdoes it in some respects, but I think the original still holds the edge in others. Like I didn't like the way they did the intro in the remake.
She was done in by those damn zombies.
And I didn't like the way they handled the A-B scenario thing.
I heard her scream.
It didn't make any sense.
I just lost it.
Man, this poor guy.
Everything went white suddenly. The war, it wasn't over. Not for me. It never ended.
Oh, I don't remember the ending themes. I think I only beat RE1 like, whoa. Oh my god. Put the controller down. I'm gonna lose all that progress. Wow, that's a pain in the ass. Well, I'm not gonna repeat that on the stream. I'll have to do it in my spare time at some point. That fucking sucks. I just put the controller down to like stretch my shoulders. Ooh. I'll have to check out that song. But for now, I'm gonna call it.
All right.
This has been Dead Rising, a very weird game that I like, even when it's mean to me. Well, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. I try to stream a few times a week. I still haven't figured out a schedule, but if you check me out on Twitter at LacquerLeaks, I always tweet about when I'm streaming. Till next time, though, have yourself a good time. Enjoy those good vibes. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, thank you for the follow. That's awesome. Much appreciated. Well, till next time then.